Hi, welcome to Papa's Workshop. You know, Christmas is just around the corner, and one of the things that you're going to be looking at real soon is picking out a Christmas tree. And if you've looked at the prices of the artificial trees and the real trees, they're expensive. So today what I want to do is show you a real easy stand to make to be able to take a small tree and give the appearance of a very large tall tree. So let's get started. Now to start this off, I went over to a big box store and look at that, 7.5 foot tree, $329. And it has a few lights on it, but that's about it. Then I went over and looked at another one, $258 for a 7.5 foot tree, and then $298. These trees are expensive to get to a 7.5 foot tall tree. That's a little bit beyond my budget. There's the least expensive one that's 7.5 foot, $139. So after looking at the prices of these trees, I wanted to show you what I did that took my little 5 foot tree and be able to raise it up to give the appearance of a much taller tree. Now I took the opportunity to take a look at some of the less expensive trees. This one, for an example, is 6.5 feet and it's $49.98. And I also wanted to look at a couple of the other trees in the area here. This one is 5 feet and it is priced at $39.98. So again, that's going to give you some options. Now for the tree stand itself. To make this project today, all you need is a jigsaw. So I'm going to include this in the beginner series to be able to take the jigsaw and make this tree stand. I wanted to show you this real simple rustic tree stand that I made for my Christmas tree to be able to sit on. Now this one is 22 inches in diameter, but you can make this any diameter that will fit your tree. The other thing that I did as far as the height of this is 19 inches. So that takes a 4 foot tree and raise it up an additional 19 inches, or a 5 foot tree, and same thing, it raises it up and makes it appear to be a much larger tree. It'll save you some money, and it actually will give you 2 areas to be able to put the gifts underneath the tree, because the tree will sit here. You can put gifts around it, and then you can also put gifts down here on the floor. So that gives a huge advantage. Now this consists of just 3 components, and you can make this out of just any type of plywood. This one happens to be 3/4 of an inch, but if you have the 1/2 inch plywood, certainly that would work. And this is a very rustic piece of plywood, but keep in mind I cover it with a tree skirt so no one ever sees it. To be able to make this, I did screw this in just so it would not fall apart, but this will make it where it's easy to store also. So if you live in an apartment, don't have a lot of space, this comes apart very easily. And that's all there is to this. You take this board, and this one happens to be 16 inches. So you're going to need 2 pieces that are 16 inches. And then depending on the thickness of your plywood, remember my plywood was 3/4 of an inch. So this slot has to be 3/4 of an inch wide. And the depth of this will be halfway between the bottom and the top. And of course on the other side, you're going to do the same thing. It'll be from the top down. The other thing that I did so it wouldn't scratch the floor, I just took some of these plastic bumpers and nailed them in. This is not sanded and it's not finished. There's no need to. The nice thing about it, you can store it in virtually no space at all. And then come Christmas time and you're ready to set it up, we're just going to take this, slide these two parts in, grab the top, put it on, screw it in, and it's ready to go. So this is probably going to be one of the fastest Christmas items to be able to put together and to be able to have your Christmas tree sitting on. And save money buying that Christmas tree. Why buy a 8-foot Christmas tree when you can buy a 6-foot Christmas tree and make it appear to be 8 foot? Now, to be able to align this, I just went ahead and screwed the screw in just below the surface and then align the hole where it was before and screw it in, turn it around, and do the same thing. There's my slot, and screw this one in. So assembly is super easy, and this is ready for that Christmas tree to sit on. Now, if you look at the diameter of the tree stand itself, you can see why I made my plywood tree stand this size that I did. But this is going to work out real well. I want to show you the other side too. So this is just a 3-part stand that this tree is going to be sitting on. Now let me show you the rest of the tree. Now then, I just pulled out this tree from storage to set it up for this video. The blue tapes on there is an indication of where I can plug in all the electrical for the lights. But you can see this tree actually is about a 6-foot tall tree, which is pretty short. But because it's sitting on this stand, it's almost touching the ceiling. So just how tall is this tree now? This started out to be a 6-foot tree. So with this tree stand, it should be about 7.5 feet tall. Let's take a look. Oh, wait a minute. The top of the tree is not in the camera. Let's readjust. There we go. Let's try again. I need a ladder to be able to get to this. So there's 7 feet, 6 inches. Not bad. Having this tree stand really will make a difference in your home, and it'll save a lot of money. And just think, you might be able to buy a few more gifts to put under the tree rather than spending all those big bucks on that big tall tree to begin with. Thanks for watching today, and Merry Christmas early. Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video today. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell next to it so you'll be notified on the different videos that I upload. Also check out the videos over here to be able to stay up to date on the happenings in my shop. So again, thank you for watching my videos.